Okay guys, so welcome to the team strategy part of the video. So as you can see, my lazy ass transcript is on the right there. You can take a look if you want, but this is just so that I can remember what to talk to you guys about. So I'll just be setting up some of the logos and shit. Don't need to pay attention to this. So we're gonna have M for Mercy, T for Tracer, and Dwarf for Torbjorn, R for Rhine, okay? Then let's have a Rhine shield, and of course now sector. Okay, so the name of the game in this game mode is aggro. So what does aggro mean? Well, so like similar to raid bossing and stuff like that, aggro is kind of like drawing the attention of the bots. So from what I've observed, the AI in this is kind of simple. It attacks the nearest allied character to it, so either the 4 champions or Torbjorn's turret in whatever case. So in this case, looking at this team count right here, like most of the aggro should be on Reinhardt because he's the tank of the team, right? Tracer can also kind of crowd control because of her bling, but it's not very effective. It's minuscule, but it does help a little bit. Mercy shouldn't have any aggro at all because if she dies, the game is pretty much over because um, the other 3 won't have healing and then they'll just die off. Yep. Okay, so the thing is, if all the aggro is focused on Reinhardt, right, things become much easier because Torbjorn won't have to be fending off for himself. He can focus on getting headshots on the bots, you know. Mercy doesn't need to switch over and heal multiple targets, things like that. She can just focus on healing Ryan and maybe taking out the flanking bots at the side. Okay, so I'll split the descriptions based on the different parts of the mission, and just take note that the aggro is harder to manage when the bots flank you from the back. I'll give a few examples later, so don't be afraid to like regroup to kill the flanks, or to clear the flanks or kill the flankers, whatever. Okay, so in the first part of the mission, you start here in the subway, and your team basically travels like this, and then you go to this point here where there's a new room, and the first hacking array is inside here. So let's just mark it with green. My goodness, I'm dumb. Okay, green. So I'm sure you all know the hacking array. You have to stand on it until you reach 100%, things like that. So this part is kind of simple. Don't need to spend much time. So basically, most of us can clear it already. You just get Ryan to stand here, placing his shield here, and everyone else just pile up behind him, you know. And Tracer can even go past this corridor here, like roam around here to kill stuff. Yep, and that's it. Very simple. The second point is more challenging, so we move on to here. So most of the bots, they will spawn. Okay, wait. Most of the now troopers, they will spawn here, right? Then some of them will spawn. Fuck. Some. I suck at this. Okay, some of them will spawn here on this staircase. Some will spawn here, and some will spawn in this room here. So the best place to put your Torbjorn's turret is actually here. Here. How do I do this? I'll put like a turret. Oh, it looks like balls. Okay, whatever. So turret. Okay, you can't really see. I mean, it's not in the picture, but in the game mode, there's actually 2 panels here. So if you place the turret directly in the middle, it can actually shoot through this little hole here. Yep, here. And then it can clear out the bots here. So it's a very useful spot. Most of the turrets, the Torbjorns I've seen like to put their turret up here. But I find this a very bad spot because if the bots come out from here, they can aggro onto it and kill it very easily. Yep. Okay, so things get a bit spicy at this point. At around 75 to 85%, I think. the bots will start spawning from everywhere, especially in front. So molten core is required, and make sure if you are having trouble at this point. Oh wait, I didn't put in the other locations, I'm dumb. Okay, so Ryan just takes care of this intersection. Tracer can roam either here or here, just or like between the two. And Mercy, there's a very special spot. It's not really special, the special spot is later. But okay, Mercy can stand here. So what she can do is she can help the turret to regulate this spot here, and then she can also regulate this spot, but try to leave this area to Tracer because sometimes eradicators spawn there. Yeah, I was just about to say in the last 20% an eradicator spawns there, and if you want to keep your, I mean if you want to survive, you should probably ask your Tracer to take it out immediately. And one thing is, if you are falling behind and you manage to complete the hack, do not move too far past like this point, because when you do, lots of now troopers, like 6 or 7 of them, will fall from the sky here, and including an eradicator, and you might get swarmed by them. So if you need to, just backtrack here to like maybe here, or okay wait, let me use a different color, so let me use white. So like if you need to, maybe you can backtrack here. Ryan can hold out here, then you can take out stuff here, whatever. So basically just slowly kill them instead of rushing to the next point. Okay, I'm sure you know this. Okay, so at the third point, this one is a bit more tricky, and I think this might be the hardest point for Torbjorn players. Okay, so Reinhardt's shield, right? All he has to do is hold it towards the entrance here. So like basically he's gonna cap this entrance, either one, and Tracer is gonna be behind or near him, with Torbjorn on the stairs here with his turret. So like, oh shit. So like, okay, turret, and Mercy here covering the left flank here. So what this strategy is gonna do is, if eradicators coming by here, Tracer has to help Torbjorn take them out. And if eradicators coming by the main entrance here, I mean Ryan can't hold it forever, right? Torbjorn will most likely the eradicators will aggro onto Ryan, which means that Torbjorn can take out their shields and then let Ryan and Tracer do the rest. And if the eradicators come in by this door and then they aggro onto Torbjorn, then it's very simple, because Ryan and Tracer can take down their shields. So this is the hardest part for Torbjorn players, because if you let the turret die, then it makes the job a lot tougher, basically. Yep. Okay, so that's the hacking part done. Okay, so now we're getting to the harder parts of the mission. Let me just, oh, I'm dumb, I drew it on the same layer. I should have totally like, oh my god, I'm dumb. Okay, so okay, I just opened a new one over it, fuck it. Okay, so I hope you remember the legends. Okay, so next, the payload appears here, as I'm sure you all know. So Ryan will most likely be, fuck my life. Ryan will most likely be around here, and Mercy will be here. Torbjorn will be around here too. Torbjorn is a D, and Tracer will be roaming around this area here. You know, like just everywhere. As Tracer, try not to go beyond this point, because if you die here or anything, it's really hard to save you. Yep. So just stay around this area. Okay, so the first few minutes are fine, you know, nothing can go wrong. Oh right, Torbjorn's turret. Okay, so Torbjorn should build his turret here on the second level, here. this spot here. Okay, because at this spot the turret doesn't aggro onto anything. If the bot's coming by here, they aggro onto Rhine. If the bot's coming by here or by here, they aggro onto Rhine or Tracer. So the turret can just shoot 24/7, and that's really important in this game mode. Okay, so for okay, so around 2 minutes in, like the bastions are gonna start spawning. So the first bastion will spawn right here. This is his sentry mode position, and then the other one will be around here. So these are the two positions to take note of. So if I'm correct, he'll come out this door and he'll walk this way. Then this one will come from around the door, either there or there, something like that. Okay, so the bastions are really the killers in this mode. You have to take them down straight away. The entire team needs to drop whatever the hell they're doing and take down the bastion. Okay, so few ways to do it. You can do it the most standard way. Ryan can stand directly in front with his shield. Okay, so bastion, Ryan, right? Oh my gosh, I can just click this shit. Okay, so Ryan, then with Tracer, Mercy, Torbjorn, they're all here shooting, freaking gunning this asshole, right? That's the easiest way. Or Ryan can charge him, and then yeah, you get what I mean. There's actually a third method you can use. It's an exploit, I guess, but it's not very useful because it's very hard to pull off. You can actually, around probably 5 meters away from the bastion, if your character can jump left and right like this. So jump left, then jump right. Okay, so wait, how do I describe this? Okay, so jump left, then jump right, then jump left, then jump right. So if you keep doing this motion, there's a chance that the bastion will actually track you. There's a chance that the bastion will actually track you instead of shooting you. I mean, it's not a chance. It just needs to be at a certain sweet spot. It's kind of useless if you ask me, but cool to know. Okay, so if you notice, all the effective options include Reinhardt. So if your Rhine player is not ready when Bastion arrives, most likely you'll lose instantly. So another useful tip is that when the timer hits 0 seconds, all the bots explode in a burst of flames. So if one person gets incapacitated right as the timer is nearing 0 seconds, you can just don't care about him, and then they'll all die and you can rest him after that. So try to leave this part of the mission with more than 75% payload health. So I would say that's a healthy number. This of course means that you cannot let any of the detonators explode on it, and I mean the slicers alone and a couple of bots will really do that around that much damage to it. Okay, so the next part of the mission is the payload mission. You know, it fires up, then you listen to Ries's sexy voice. Okay, yep. Then you move on. So the payload is going to take this route. Let me just draw it. It's going to take It's basically King's Row on attack, right? And it's going to explode here. So this is pretty hard if your team is not coordinated. It really ups the level of coordination required. So tank bastions will spawn along the way, so it's kind of erratic. I'm not really sure what's the pattern. I know when the payload is around, okay wait, let me give it a green. Okay, so green is payload. So when payload is around here, tank bastion will spawn from I think here. Then when the payload is around here, it spawns somewhere in front. I can actually change colors and not be an idiot. So it spawns somewhere in front. Such a dark color. Spawn somewhere in front, and then when the payload is around here, This one I'm not sure, because there was once it came from the back, there's once it came from the back, there's once it came from the front. So it's kind of erratic, but basically what your team has to do is the entire team has to drop whatever they are doing. Don't stand on the payload, don't do anything, just go and kill the tank bastion. Okay, so same positioning as the sentry bastion. You just do this. Okay, then Ryan holds his shield up, covering everyone. Ryan, Dwarf, Mercy, Tracer, pew pew pew, and then he dies. Yep. Of course, Pulse Bomb is recommended if you have the outcharge. Okay, so once this part is done, we move to the final part. So here's like the crux of the mission. Okay, and the thing is, it can be conquered with a very simple trick that I don't know why no one actually told me this, but I'm gonna tell you guys now. Okay, so first let me pinpoint the sentry bastion positions. It's gonna be one bastard here. Okay, then it's gonna be one bastard here, one here at the corner. Where is it? Here. Okay, and if I'm correct, one more spawns here. I'm not really sure about this one, but I sort of remember one there. Okay, then occasionally tank bastions come in from the back. Sometimes they come in from here, so I don't know. It's kind of erratic. So the strategy to this part is to actually not kill the OR-14s. So the OR-14s will spawn here, right? One guy here, then one guy around here, and then there'll be two bots that come out of here. But the thing is, these bots, these three bots only spawn if you kill this first guy. So that means your entire team can actually go down. Let me just show you the route. Go down, kill this bastion, go in here, pick off all the small guys here, you know, kill. Then they can, okay, then go in here. Then they can go out this door here, right? At this point of time, there should be a lot of bots around, so your team needs to be very careful. Ryan needs to hold his shield up, Torbjorn walk across, Tracer can blink across, and then let Mercy Guardian Angel. Okay, then you'll come around here, and this part here, this part is like the kill zone of the entire mission. Most teams fall here because there's such heavy DPS from here, and then if you're not careful, the bastion will shred you from here. So what you do is Ryan has to sort of hold his shield at an angle here. Let me get the Ryan shield color. So like something like, I'm an idiot. So like something like this. Okay. Then everyone just try to clump and hide behind it here and shoot at this guy and kill him. Yeah. Preferably you would have Hammer Down and Molten Core to kill this guy. Because once you kill this bastion, you can actually come into this corridor here, which will make you relatively safe, because all the bots down here, they don't really chase you up the back. They just try to shoot you here like idiots. Okay, so once you reach this corridor, to take out this bastion at the end, your Ryan just needs to charge down, followed by your entire team following him up and hiding in this small room here. So this small room is kind of good. In the map on Uprising, this entire part is kind of cut off, right? So this is like the end of the map, but you can still come into this small room here and peek and shoot at this bastion, or after the charge he should be pretty much more or less dead. Okay, from what I remember, my team's Ryan did come up the edge here and charge this bastion off, and we proceeded to like massacre it. So after this, we took around, I think, 2 minutes doing this, out of our 4-5 minutes time allocated. So what we did after that is we basically just backtrack all the way. Where's my white? We backtrack all the way out, kill as many eradicators as possible, kill the tank bastion. There was one tank bastion around here for some reason. Then out here we killed another tank bastion, and then we healed up, armored up, and then we went back in. So from that part onwards it was pretty much smooth sailing. You just kill the OR-14s, and because there's no sentry bastions in play, everything becomes very easy. So you have to remember that the only resource you have to manage at this point is time. If you can manage your time, then the legendary achievement is yours. Of course, you are actually putting in so much hard work just for spray, which is kinda dumb if you ask me, but I did it too. So okay, and that's it.